Forbes, amazing! Just how amazing? Let's find out.
For starters, the waterways are amazing. Take the gum swamp. We're greeted by a forest of dead gum trees with magnificent bird life, all viewable from the new bird hides. There's an amazing sculpture trail along the Lachlan River. And then there's the amazing new visitor centre in the newly renovated historic Lachlan Village Welcome Building. This is historian Rob Willis.
So, Rob, we're looking at parts of an old wool shed that now make up a new information centre.
It came from Trigolana Woolshed, which was a property about 20 miles from here, and it started out as a woolshed, a 17-stand woolshed, which means that there were 17 shearers that were able to shear there. And these are all the old piles and posts from that woolshed.
So we've got the drone up over this old pioneer village, and what a sight, so many historic buildings there.
There was, and it was a whole work of art of getting people to come here and rebuild these buildings, which were a recreation of an 1860s goldfield town of Forbes.
So, Rob, I'm seeing you're wearing a beard here. There's a lovely story of a gentleman that got sacked with a big beard. He went out and shaved the beard off.
There were so many workers on Big Burrawong station, and so many of the other stations too, that they didn't know who was working there. So one particular shearer with a big beard got the sack. He was as rough as guts, as they say. So he hopped on his bike, went down to the creek, shaved his beard off, came back, went up to the boss and said, "Oh, I hear you're looking for shearers, Mr. McPhillamy." And said, "Oh yes, we just sacked a bloke." So he's sure there for the whole season.
Mayor Phyllis Miller is equally as enthusiastic.
So, Mayor Phyllis, you've been there 12 years.
Yes.
There must be something about Forbes you like.
I love it, and I'm a ring-in. I moved here in 1974, and I've had 5 children. I've brought them up here in Forbes, and the fabric of life in Forbes is amazing. It's a town of opportunity, and it's got a great lifestyle. It's got all the cultural things that you would love, as well as education, and really, you can buy beaut clothes.
like this fantastic top you've got.
It's a fantastic town to live in.
Yes, it is. Forbes is a beautiful historic town full of grand heritage buildings where the site of a vintage A model Ford from 1934 is not out of place. Vintage cars at their best here in Forbes. We're at the McFeeters Motor Museum. I'm sitting in a 1910 brush from America. It's driven across the Nullarbor 3 times in its life, 1912 through to 2012. Bill McFeeters' passion for vintage cars led him to build a big collection and show it to the public. He shares this passion with his wife, Jan. Very big personal collection of motor vehicles here.
It took me years. It's been over 60 years of collection.
How many vehicles?
There's actually 60 in the museum. We own 40 of them.
And you've collected these from all over Australia?
No, mostly local. There's a few that have been from out of town, but they're mostly cars we've collected up and around the area.
So you've got some superb models that we're looking at here today and some superb vintages.
Yes. My personal favourite's a 1923 Rolls-Royce. The lovely car downstairs.
God, you'd love to be driving that today.
Ah, yes, it'd be a nice day for it. The only thing is it's only got a fold-up roof.
I've always wanted a horn like that. Jan, what have we got? A 1902 English mechanic.
1902. This is a replica car. This is a replica of a car that the English Mechanic magazine in England wanted someone to design, a car the man of modest means could afford. And when the engine starts up, it goes pop, 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 pop. It's a very, very old car sound, but it doesn't take you very far.
Jan, the Japanese funeral car was so elaborate.
It was very elaborate. It was built for the VIPs and the Japanese politicians.
So it's an early 1960s Lincoln.
Lincoln Continental.
And look at
American
the craftsmanship, the way this has been decorated.
It's very elaborate. If we'd like it to look inside.
Sure. And of course the coffin would slide in there. Music would play.
Music would play there. It's also lights inside. Did you notice that? And they were taken to their funeral. But you must have the funeral before midday. It's very bad luck for the shadow of the hearse to fall on the bystanders.